Katie Chats here at the Carlton Cinema in downtown Toronto with director Jerry Ciccoritti. How does it feel to win a Canadian Screen Award for your directorial work on John A. Birth of a Country?
It's really flattering, and I'm so honored to be part of this whole new wave of award shows, because this is the beginning of the new era, I guess. The genies and the Geminis are gone. They've been sort of mushed together. A lot of people are jokingly referring to it as the Canadian Golden Globes, but that's fine, you know. I think it's great, and to be given one of the first awards, first time out there, is a real thrill. Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about your work on John A. Birth of a Country. What were sort of the challenges and the most rewarding aspects of it?
Ooh. Well, the challenge was really to make people feel that Canadian history is dramatic and fun and interesting and full of all kinds of great, mythic resonances to it. So we wanted to make sure that we put that in the script. And the actual shooting of the film was not much of a challenge, only in the sense that we had a company and a group of actors who were so in love with the material, and everybody had such a great sense of value and importance that everybody really looked forward to coming to work every day, and the cast had a blast, and so did the crew, and it was actually almost too much fun to shoot. So there were really not many challenges. The only challenge was getting people to see it.
And what did you learn about John A. that maybe you didn't know before you worked on the project?
Oh, well, what I learned is that there's not much difference between what the people 140 years ago felt about our country, our identity, the challenges we have being Canadians, and what we're going through today. That really is the same thing. In other words, history isn't dead. What Johnny MacDonald believed in, what he fought for, has not been completely won over yet. So we still have to carry on the good work that he started.
The last time I interviewed you, you had said that your favorite part about being a director was when an actor reduces you to tears on set. Did that happen at all throughout the directing of John A?
It happened a few times. It happened a few times. The biggest time was when we were shooting the climax of the movie, and a wonderful Canadian actor and good friend, Peter Outerbridge, who played George Brown, he gets up at the end and he gives the biggest, longest speech in the movie, and it's the moment where he essentially goes against everything he's fought for and everything he believes in, because he's come to agree that his enemy, Johnny MacDonald, has a better plan for Canada. And the only way it works is if he humiliates himself, publicly says everything I've believed in is wrong, John A. is right, and he crosses to the other side of Parliament and joins up with Johnny MacDonald. And Outerbridge, he stood up, and it was a very complicated moment, because I didn't just shoot it an actor standing there doing a 4-page speech. It was tied in with this needlessly complicated camera move that had to move in on a line and dolly back on a line and crane up on another line and do all this stuff. So it was a moment where everybody had to hold their breath, because the camera and the actor had to be in sync like two magnificent dancers. And the camera was perfect, but more than that, more importantly than that, Peter was perfect. And he did this speech with such emotion and such truth and such honesty that I was just weeping by the end, and actually so was everybody else. And Sean Doyle, who played Johnny MacDonald, was off camera for the entire scene, except at the end, because the camera then continued to follow Peter as he walked across, and Sean knew that at the end he had to jump up and then he was going to join the shot. So I kept glancing over at him off camera, and I could see the look on his face, which is like, I'm going to lose it, I'm going to cry, and I can't cry because I'm going to be on camera in about 45 seconds. And I could see him looking at me just going like, I'm like, you're on your own, babe. Yeah. And he held it together, and he got up, and he joined for that last big handshake, and as soon as I said cut, the guys hugged, and they kissed, and they cried, and it was a wonderful, wonderful moment.
And tell me a bit about what you're working on right now.
Well, at the moment, I'm all excited, waiting for my new feature to open up, and but I'm working on a movie that's going to hopefully go this fall, called Queen Bee, which is kind of a fun, epic adventure about a couple of lady wrestlers who get in trouble with some bad guys here in Canada and have to hit the road down to Mexico, where they become inadvertent heroes fighting werewolves and zombies and monsters and rescuing a little girl and her family, and that's what I'm actually focused on right now.
Right. And where did you get the idea to make a film about female wrestlers?
Well, you know, when I was a little kid, they used to show on TV Mexican wrestler movies. Their main hero was called El Santo, who was a guy who never took his mask off. And these movies are great. They were made throughout the 50s and 60s, and there were hundreds of them made. And there was a subgenre within the El Santo genre of Mexican lady wrestlers who would also fight monsters. And these are my favorite ones. I used to really love those as a kid. So a few years ago, I felt moved to sort of do my homage to it, but I also realized that I could use it to tell a story about identity and love and friendship. And so I have a Canadian wrestler and a Mexican wrestler who are kind of like they don't like each other at the beginning, and over the course of the adventure, they come to find out who they really are and discover what being a hero is all about, and discover love and friendship and really heroism. So that's really kind of where it all came from.
Tell me a bit more about the Resurrection of Tony Gitone that is opening soon.
The Resurrection of Tony Gitone is an Italian comedy that I shot on College Street a year ago, and it's opening at the Royal Cinema on College Street on March 29th, which is Good Friday. I always think it's important that a movie that's got the word resurrection in the title open on a Good Friday. It's a Catholic thing. And it's a comedy about a group of Italian-Canadian men and one woman who get together for an all-night surprise party at a nightclub. And everything starts great, and then everything goes to hell, and as old buried emotions and angers and betrayals come out. But by the end of the movie, everybody gets together again. So it's a story of the neighborhood. It's like my Valentine to my Italian heritage, to Little Italy, to Toronto. And that's kind of it, and it's really funny, and there's an amazing cast of, like, you know, Nick Mancuso, Tony Nardi, Fab Filippo, Paula Rivera, who was on the Hiccups as Brett Bunt's wife. It's just a great cast, and the film turned out great.
And where's the best place to find out more information on you and your projects online?
To go to my distributor's site, Breakthrough Entertainment. You can see a really cool little poster, and you'll see the clip and the trailer and all that stuff. And also at New Real Films, newrealfilms.com too.
Thank you so much. Congratulations, and best of luck with your upcoming projects.
Thank you very, very much. And just in case you haven't asked, the movie is opening up on Friday, March 29th at the Royal Cinema on College, which is Good Friday.
Perfect. I'm Katie Uhlmann reporting for Katie Chats here at the Carlton Cinema in downtown Toronto.